hello, welcome. My name is Vivian Wolf. I am a yoga therapist, an Ayurvedic nutritionist, and a life coach. And this is Your Yoga Life. We're a YouTube channel for people making their way through the adventure that is menopause. We use yoga, we use meditation, we use Ayurveda, we use all different kinds of tools to help us meet the challenges and feel like we are connected, balanced, and thriving in our journey through menopause. So this is being broadcast live through our YouTube channel. If you happen to be here during the live, say hello in the comment section. I'd love to welcome you in. And we're gonna get right into it. So today we're talking about affirmations in menopause. So an affirmation is just like a little personal statement of encouragement and healing. So we generally keep it pretty positive. I'm so sorry. My cat is chewing on the carpet. Let me get her off of here. Get away. There we go. Sorry. I usually don't let her in this room while we're doing these things, particularly because she can be very disruptive, but she wouldn't leave. So here we are. So anyway, affirmations for menopause. So personal statement of encouragement and healing. And what that means is it's something that we can basically say to ourselves that helps us stay connected to the moment, helps us stay connected to our purpose. And why would we use an affirmation while we're in menopause? There's a few different ways we can look at this. From the Ayurvedic perspective, Ayurveda philosophy says that most disease begins in the mind. And what they mean by that is that the disruptions that we give ourselves, the negative talk that we give ourselves, trickles into our behavioral patterns, into our tissues, and into our lives, right? So whenever we want to try to minimize these types of things, we want to start with the brain. We want to go into the brain. So if we use affirmations and we use a positive mindset, if we use positive language and we use affirmations, we repeat them to ourselves, then what we're doing is we're activating specific neurons in our brain that fire whenever we think positive thoughts. Whenever we use negative thoughts, different neurons fire. And so what we want to do is strengthen the positive neurons and not use those negative neurons quite so much, so that when they do fire, they don't fire as strongly, right? So it also helps to calm the mind. Affirmations help us calm down. They help the nervous system calm down. And it also helps us when we use our affirmations, we're more likely to stay in this idea of creating new habits. So whenever you want to do a new habit, maybe you want to start eating in a different way. Maybe you want to start exercising in a particular way. Maybe there's a yoga class or a yoga program you want to join. If you link an affirmation to it, then you are more likely to follow through because you've already created kind of that mental groove, that samskara, that mental connection to the habit, right? I hope that makes sense. And then so let's go ahead and create an affirmation. Let's do this right now. So come into a seated position. You know, I like to do things both physically and mentally. So come into a seated position, come to the edge of your seat or sit on the floor. Let the hands rest on the legs or on the knees. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a few long breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Repeat that if it feels good. Turning your focus inward. Start by noticing the parts of your body that are coming into contact with the surface below you, the chair, the floor, whatever feels right. And let your awareness move up the body, all the way up to the crown of the head. And bring your awareness into your breath and notice where in your body you feel your breath right now. Notice how the body responds to the breath. expanding as you breathe in, releasing as you breathe out. And start to think now of a goal that you have set for yourself, or your sense of purpose, whatever makes you feel like life is living you. You can also choose your Sankalpa if you have cultivated one. Just let this purpose, goal, intention, let it percolate just for a breath or two in your mind. Repeat it a few times so it becomes a little more solid in your mental landscape. And now imagine that this goal, this purpose, this dharma belonged to your best friend. How would you speak in an encouraging way to your best friend about this purpose, this goal? What words would you choose to encourage them and support them as they work on this goal? They live in this Sankalpa. And choose a short phrase. Keep it positive. Keep it simple. And make it present tense. I am finding success in my own way. I put one foot in front of the other. I am learning each and every day. Whatever feels good to you. Once you have found your affirmation, gently repeat it to yourself 3 times. Connect your breath with it. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently, mentally say your affirmation. Deep inhale. Exhale with your affirmation. Let's do one more. Big breath in. Exhale, repeating your affirmation one last time. And then gently let it go. Notice how you feel. Good, good. Gently bring your gaze back up. Bring yourself out of this. Give yourself a little shake if you need to. Maybe your hands need a little wiggle if they started to feel warm or tingly. You start to feel that energy start to flow a little bit. You can let it go. So what are other ways we can use our affirmation other than repeating it to yourself as almost like a mantra or a chant? That's a great way to do it. But you can also write them out on Post-it notes and put them wherever you think you'll see them. For example, many people put them on the monitor of their computer. They'll put them on the bathroom mirror, places you know you will be sure to look. Those are great things. You can also choose to wake up with your affirmation. So wake up and affirm. So when your alarm goes off, you hit turn it off. You get up, little stretch, affirmation. Put one foot on the floor and you repeat it. Put the other foot on the floor and you are ready to go. The last thing is that you can journal around your affirmation. Maybe put it at the top of a page and then just let yourself free write. Whatever your brain starts to percolate, just let it out onto the page. Just noticing how this affirmation can help you find your pathway, your action steps, whatever it is that you need to move forward in your goal, in your purpose, in your Sankalpa. If you're interested in learning more about affirmations, if you're interested in learning more about Sankalpa as a connection to life purpose, then just this morning I held a live masterclass over Sankalpa creation in menopause. And the replay will be up soon in our library. So you can just go to my website, www.vivianwolfyoga.com. Check it out. Go to the video library. It'll be under masterclasses, workshops, and retreats. And that's it from me, my friends. Let me check and see if there's anyone here, any comments, any questions. I'm happy to answer them as we sum this all up. So let me see here. That's all that there is for me. Yeah, I'll stick around another minute or two if you want to ask questions. If you're watching this in replay, then please post in the comment section your questions about this, about your affirmations. If you feel comfortable with it, tell us what your affirmation is, and we'll support you with it. Sometimes we can inspire each other with our affirmations. For me, my affirmation is I focus on the next step. And the reason behind this is, as I move through menopause, I am finding that this dance of hormones that I am experiencing sometimes exacerbates my ADHD, and it gets very easy to become overwhelmed with all of the ideas, with all of all the bright shiny things. I struggle with that, and sometimes it's just worse. And so I use this affirmation, I focus on the next step, to help me stay connected to what I'm doing, to remembering that what I'm working on, what I'm growing through, what I'm challenging myself in, and using that to take just the next step. I don't have to worry about the whole thing, just the next step. How about you? What are you using for your affirmation, my friends? I'm going to go ahead and sign off now and get this cat out of my office. She's tearing up everything. You folks have been amazing. Thank you so much. I'll be back next week. And until then, take really good care of yourself, okay? Okay.